sheet 1. We can deal with what we call sheet. How? We can rename this sheet. Titwagala sheet ene bene erinnya lino. Twagala sheet ene beko n'erinnya eddala. So I can rename it according to my own choice. So I can put my name, or I can put someone's name, or any. So right click on this sheet. Be mindful where you place your cursor before you right click. If you come here and right click, these are the options you're gonna get. If you come here and press your cursor here and you right click, this is the option you get. Have a difference. If you select just word here inside and right click there, exactly, you get these are the options you get. Be mindful where you place your cursor before you right click. Let me hope chigambo right click will match man. There's what you call click. Omuntu wagamba ti click aba ategeeza left click. Naye wagamba right click aba ategeeza right. Nge chigambo kintu right. So if you come here and right click, these are the options you get. If you come here and right click, these are the options you get. So when I come to this sheet, this is the active sheet. Otegera didn't the active kuberako kanu ka line kanu akawansa. So if I come here, I right click, this is the option I get. First of all, I get insert. It means if you don't want to use this plus sign, you can click here, insert. It will give you another sheet. Now I got a sheet 2. My work is on sheet 1. Check it. Click on this sheet, right click, use that option. I can decide to delete the sheet. Let me select this sheet 2, which I have just created. I don't want it. I right click, I say delete. It will go away. Remember, tubango to use more popular one. This is the another option. If you come here specifically, that's my cursor. I'm keeping it here because we are dealing with the sheet. So if I right click, I can even rename it. And I give it my name. Maybe I put that one. Or you can give it any name of your choice. Then after press enter, it will be there. Another option, if you want to maybe to rename, you just double click there. You come to sheet, like sheet 3, double click on it, you can be able to rename it. Let me hope you are clear over that.
Yes.
You have two options, either right click on the sheet, you see this option, rename, or you double click. You can as well edit the name. So another thing, when you right click on the sheet, we can see there's what you call option called tab. We can give it a color of our choice. Let me select this one, blue. Since it is selected, you cannot see that color clearly. But if I deselect it, you can see now this color, this has been assigned that sheet. So when you select it, ejjakulaga nti selected the color egenda kuba faded. But if you deselect it, the color will be there. So this is the sheet we have. Right click, the option we have seen, delete, we can rename, we can give it a color, we can hide it, we can even move, or we can even create a copy of this sheet. So we can move or create a copy. Let us use this option. Are you seeing that move and or copy? Click on it. When you click on it, you get this box. And first part to the book. It means if I have different books, of course, njakuja ku drop down, njakulaba ebitabo ebirala bye nina wano. But since I don't have another book, I've closed the other one. But as well, I can open it. You see it to the books one wajja kubaawo bitabo. Then one before sheet over one wagenda kubaawo sheet name. Kitegeeza nti tulina sheet 2, tulina first and sheet 3. It means njagala creating a copy, but before which sheet? This one. kitegeeza nti eno gyengenda ocreatinga egenda osooka gyengenda ocopinga egenda osooka. So I make sure nti I just want to create a copy. I make sure nti I tick this one. If you don't tick, you are like doing nothing. If you tick, you are creating a copy. So it means we're gonna get another copy of this very one, which is there already. So if I press OK, you can see that we have got a copy of this first one. And your original and your copy, the same content, but we have now two sheets. Now I can decide even to delete this first one. But you first see the difference. When you create a copy, it has this symbol. Ntejanga nejja nekuletera neka symbol akakolaga this is a copy. Okolaga nti copy it is having two, which means this is the original, the first one. This is the copy with two. Mubulabe obuntu.
Yes, teacher, tubira.
Aha, kansubire mu bunamu we mutegiddemu kaawo. Just right click, you get these options. Waliwo move and copy, then rename, delete and insert. So the major is to copy this one. Move and copy. You said click there, then choose where you want to move. If you want to get it to oyagala no papula luve mu kino kitabo lugende mu kitabo ekirala. Here you come and select a workbook, another workbook, but we have only one. We want to remain this workbook. Check is and one jakunonya just teach for cha ngenda okuteekamu. Nizogamba before this one and I click create a copy. I tick that. I make sure I tick that one, then I click OK. You can see now we have this is the first one. It's copy then this is the third one. So now we have the 3 copies. Let me hope I'm more clear over there.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let us talk about this one. Let us talk about this one. So allow me to add something here. Before we talk about that one, I would like to add a row and I put my title. So here we're gonna change somehow structure of this. We are gonna talk about the structure of formatting a sheet. How can we insert a row and a column? First of all, if I want to insert a row, I first select a row. I told you this is this we're turning away to selecting the entire row. If I select there, I go to home tab. There is what we call a group called cell. Here there is a word called insert. You can click here, you can see it. I can insert a cell, I can insert a row because I've selected a row. I click there, you can see it, empty row will come up. Or I have another option. I can select here, this is the row. I can right click, but make sure when you are right clicking, you make sure your cursor is within the selected area. If you click away and you right click, you get a different option. But make sure if you want to get the option of the selected thing, make sure that your cursor is within the selected areas. So right click and go to insert. The same thing will come. I will not talk about the shortcut. It will confuse you. For now, just understand, select a row, go to home tab, make sure you go to insert, you click here, you click insert. Or select the row, come here, right click, then click insert. The same thing. Same apply to column. If I want a column here, select a column, right click, insert. Over, if you don't want that one, select a column, come to home tab, go to insert. Here there is option insert or insert a column. You can see. If you select a column, you right click within that column, you can see other options. We can create even the content, we can create even the format, you can create, you can even hide hiding, it means you're just hiding that row, that column, I mean. When you want to unhide that one, you just select these two, this one and this one, right click within that area, you get this option unhide, it will come back. Make sure you, when you are doing a right click, you do right click within that selected area. Asubire ndi clear.
You are clear, teacher.
Okay. Okay, that one is done. So another thing, how can we adjust? Maybe let us put maybe like here, maybe sales. Then I put something like 2,000. Maybe I put 5,000. Press enter to go to the next one. Then 10,000. Press enter. So for now I will just I want to create some values. I will just use this one to create for me other values. So mbadde njagala kubalaga hashes zino. Mulaba hashes zino?
Yeah.
Wolaba hash kitegeeza nti this column over this cell is not wide enough to accommodate the content inside that cell.
Hash.
Yes, hashes. It means this cell is not wide enough to accommodate the content within that. You need to adjust it so that it accommodates. But this hash comes when it is value over 1, 2, 3. If it is a text, you can simply let me click here and they are not fitting. What they are not fitting, but text tegenda kulaga hashes. Egenda ku entering into another cell.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can see it if I disorganize like this, this. Mulaba nti zino words entering into others nebigenda the other cell, but tebigenda kulaga like this one. So if we want to solve problem like this, we can do it manually. You come here, you drag, you adjust. You can drag, adjust manually, but there's another way. You just select where you think they are not fitting. Muchiraba, your entire work to make it fitting according to the size of that cell. After selecting your work, go to Home tab, go to the group code cell, and come here to Format. There is what we call auto fit column widths. Click there. Everything bija kuba fitted according to the size of that cell. Mulaba buli kimu sigenze nga like adjusting one column per column. Nyize mulundi gumu everything as adjusted accordingly. Bibaddewo bityo ngenze ku Home tab nengenda ku group code cell, then under Format, this drop down I click there, then I get this option code auto fit column width. Then I click there. You can see it has worked upon itself. So let me introduce another thing. If they told you specifically adjust the low or height, or maybe low 6 height, select that low, go to Home tab, go to Cell, and under Format you will see it waliwo column gye waliwo option gye low height. Click there. You type the exact number they told you to put there. If they say put 30, click put 30. You see the height would adjust. Same apply to the column. Select that column, go to Home tab, under Cell group, go to this option. You will see the what you call column width and click on the column width. You rate what they told you to rate. If they say 30, please rate 30. You see the adjustment. If you just want to fit according to the default setting of the cell or different default size of the cell, just select your work, go to Home tab, click here, then go to Auto Fit Height or Auto Fit Column what? Column width. This auto, it means again that taking a appropriate width or appropriate size of that cell. That is the difference. Let me hope you are getting these things clear.
Yes, teacher.
So let us end with this one. We talk about this one and we end the meeting. So this is the group I told you. It's called number. So whatever we put here, whatever we put in the cell, and we select one wall which write a status of that content which is inside the cell. If I put here, I can see this everything. It is in general. It is in general. But I will change the format of this cell to format according to what I want. Let me select this number. We're to get a single chitegerera. Nyinza ogamba this number I want them to be in currency. I want to end up clothing and direct to our document. What to tell back state because we have opened the document. Singa to open is just Excel as like if I come here and Excel in opening it's like opening for the first time. So I just want to add to the back stage because I have not opened any document or any workbook. If I come here to the recent document, then I want to have worked on 25, this one and this one. These are recent workbook I've been working with. So this is a different workbook, this is another workbook, this is a workbook. These are the workbook or the files. They are called Excel files, different files or different workbook. Whatever name you can name them, it's okay. So after there, I can decide to open this workbook. These are the content I have. I have on the sheet, and the sheet has something. Then I can even decide the number. Let me open even this document of ours. Yes, this is our document. You can see it has nothing. So I can even decide to open another workbook called maybe decide to open any. Let me this time choose this blank workbook. Then this is a blank workbook from scratch. So by default it will give you a name of book 1. You have to rename it, and sheet 1, the minimum sheet in a workbook. But I can add 2, 3, like that. So whichever you will do, then I can decide to navigate through my workbooks. So this is a different workbook, this is a different workbook, this is also a different workbook. So how can you deal with the multiple workbook? For instance, I want this data which is on the sheet 3 to be transferred from this workbook code number format to a workbook code Excel 2025. So I'll come here and I select sheet N, then I'll right click, move and or copy. I click there. Here the first option which comes is to book. To book it means to which book you want to transfer data to. So my workbook by default gyendi yagenda okuba selected here. I'm in number format workbook, so or Excel, so that is the yagenda okuba selected. So if I want to create a copy within this workbook, I can just continue here. But this time around, njagala kutwala this sheet to a different workbook. So if I come here and I say no, I don't want this one which I'm working with, njagala kutwalako mu workbook endala. So I will select that workbook to this, and after there you can see this workbook I've selected in any sheet. So I can decide to select. Remember, to transfer a sheet from one workbook to another, all workbook must be open. So we have already opened. There are 3 here. You can see them. There are 3 here. This is different. This one different. This one different. So I can. That's why we selected the one which we want. So I can select before which sheet. I can say, let me press that workbook, that sheet I'm transferring to before sheet 2. Then I click OK. Then please, you first make a copy, because if you click OK, they will just remove that workbook from the other, from this number format, and they take it to this one, the entire. But here we want to create a copy so that the format number remain with its original one. Me, I just take a copy of this one. So I'm taking a copy of 3, but the 3 will remain in workbook, just creating the copy of it. And I say OK. So the workbook is here. You can see it has come. So this is how you can transfer workbook from a worksheet from one workbook to another. Then if this one finish, let us close that workbook. Maybe we'll remain with this one. Let me see this 25 and the blanker workbook. You can decide to transfer that worksheet to even blank, and it's okay. Okay, then that one is okay. Let us talk about this. Let me open that for number format, and we talk about this group code number format.